Hi guys, Togger here with a new video, and this video will be a Dragonflight PvP Gearing Explained video. It will be short and sweet. I want to thank and shout out to the one guy that made a Reddit post. So you see on Reddit, so World of PvP, that they made a short infograph, I would say, about the gearing system. I want to give you a bit of explanation and how good it actually is in practice, because if you think Shadowlands was an upgrade to from the Legion BFA days, this is the final form. This is actually what is going to make PvP super good for the casuals, for the hardcores, for everyone that wants to push rating, and also for everyone wanting to have fun in BGs or just world PvP in general. I'm going to explain it real quick. So, you have the crafted gear. The crafted gear is something that you can wear it on yourself without limitations. It exists also in Wrath of the Lich King. I think in Cataclysm you had that too, in Mist of Pandaria you had that too. You had always some way to make a crafted gear set to start with PvP. But the good thing is the crafted gear set is only 13, excuse me, yes, 13 eye level less than the honor gear, which is something that is going to be helpful for any alts, that if you're leveling an alt, you have extra money to spare, or you're making your own professions, you can make your own set, and it will be good and fast to actually gear up and to be competitive in that game mode, like let's say in random BGs, in arenas, or wherever you are actually doing content. So basically you can craft it by different professions, low craft cost, and good for starting PvP, and that's actually great. And then you have the next level, which is the world PvP set that I also discussed about in a few videos. That is actually a set that you can obtain while you are let's say doing world quests or dailies, whatever, but you can also do some PvP world quests, which actually gives incentive to be out in the world and do world PvP, which is massive. I like world PvP. I'm always has been a world PvP fan. I played Warhammer Online, I played Dark Age of Camelot, so I do like world PvP. I do like some bad encounters and then some great encounters, but I like that aspect. That's also why I love vanilla, like classic vanilla, and love a bit less TBC because of those flying mounts coming into the game. But anyways, those bloody tokens can be obtained via world quests that you are doing for PvP in the open world. So basically you will have war mode and you can farm those tokens and make a set for yourself. That set will be 4 or 8, which is a great way to even upgrade that crafted set to be competitive in PvP. Especially you have the honor set, which is basically 3 eye level more. Really doesn't really matter. I think it could also be that the stats are different, so you could build a different build for your class that is maybe more interesting for you if you are going for a more offensive build, of more of a versatility build where you're going for defensive properties. But I think it's a very great way to actually get that PvP going on while you're waiting for random BGs, right? Or for arenas. The next level is the honor set. So the honor set can be obtained via battlegrounds, arenas, world PvP, whatever. Just the honor that you have to gain is through PvP, and you can basically buy those sets by using honor. And the good thing is, it is the same baseline cost as the honor sets for Shadowlands, but you do not have upgrades. So it means you buy it one time and you can just forget. You can upgrade, I think, for PvE, so you can upgrade those sets to get the PvE eye level higher for example, raids, mythic, whatever. But in PvP, the set is 411, so you have 411 eye level, and that's it. And I think that's fantastic because a lot of people were afraid to do the grind again with Shadowlands. Actually, Shadowlands, that was a big complaint for people that are actually like alting. They had to grind a lot of BGs, a lot of arenas to be competitive. Now this is just gone. Now you buy the honor set and you're good to go. You can do arenas and be competitive with other people. And then we have the Trophy of Strife set. The Trophy of Strife set is the upgraded PvP, World PvP build set that you can buy from doing World PvP and PvP quest in Valdraken. And this is actually a very good set, because then whenever you are waiting for your BGs, your arena mates or whatever, you can go open, you can go play in open world, not waste your time, I would say, and farm those sets. That is a good complement with the Conquest and the crafted set I'm going to discuss in a few minutes. Basically, it is an upgrade of 10 eye levels. 10 eye levels is not big. It is a difference, but it is not going to make you lose a game because you had like 10 eye level less. And that's something great, because you see the difference between Honor and Conquest is only 13 eye level. 13 eye level is, it is substantial, but it is not like making you lose games. Like for example, in Dragonflight, in Shadowlands, whenever you were playing versus a duelist geared guy and you are like only conquest geared, like without upgrades, it was like a 30 eye level disparity, which makes it a bit more difficult to overcome, because sometimes they have like I remember in the early days you have 5k more health, 10k more health, 20k more health, etc, etc, and at one point you had like 80k health and someone had 110k health. So the disparity is very big. Now the disparity is very little, so there is no real excuse for not grinding conquest gear while you have the honor gear. So I'm really happy with that. But with the trophy of strife, you have another upgrade, I would say, that you can go for it. If you have honor gear but you don't have enough conquest gear, and you are limited with the amount of conquest you can gain every week, you can just go into world PvP and grind that set as well. So you have a bit of an upgrade and you have something to do as well outside of doing arenas and random BGs and rated battlegrounds and solo shuffle. And then there is something that is very special. I like it because I do like variety into gearing. You have the crafted set, which is equal to the conquest set, and you can only have 2 slots per armor type, which is fun. So you can actually, I don't know if you can choose the slots. I presume you cannot choose it, but if you can choose it, then the more the better. But if you cannot choose it, you have one item reduces the CC duration by 5%, so that's very big because you don't want to sit in a stun, right? And the other has a special proc. Now the special proc, I think it depends about the armor type, and if it's agility, strength, or intelligent or whatever, you have or intellect, you have a lot of variety, I think, in that special proc. And then you have the conquest gear that is obtained only via Great Vault or via the conquest points that you're going to gain to actually buy those pieces and target those pieces that you would like to have. And they cannot be upgraded. That's very big. So it means that if you buy the conquest set and you are like set with that set, again, a lot of sets, you will have one gear set and you only have then one goal, being as high as possible rated wise. So there is no real way to overpower people. Of course, people will still complain about 13 eye level, which is probably only 5% stronger than you. I would say even a 4% or 3%. I didn't like count the stats, but it is very little. It will not make you lose games. It will not make you win games. I think comps and how you play and the classes that you're going to play are much more important than the gearing itself. And with this system, you really don't have an excuse. If you have your honor set, you can go and farm your world PvP set, which is fun. I think I really like world PvP. A lot of people don't, but if you have like already capped your conquest and you already have your profession 2 slot items to actually upgrade your eye level, I think the next best thing to do is to have the honor set and to grind for the trophy of strife. And I think it's a great way to stay interactive and stay actually like active and not being like AFK in Oribos like in Shadowlands, for example. So I really like that system. Now I want to talk real quick about what it means for PvP, because it's already a long video for me, since really I wanted to discuss a bit in depth about the gearing system. The crafted gear, so the first gear, is something that you will go for whenever you're going for alts, because I don't think you will prioritize crafting. I think people will prioritize honor gear and maybe the bloody tokens, because it's like it's basically tied with Trophy of Strife. You're trying to gear up and to have the best gear possible. I think the crafted gear will be helpful for people that are actually alting. Like me, for example, I have like 6 mains going on. I've made a video about who I'm going to main. but I'm going to play a lot of characters. I think my first character I will focus on honor, trophy of strife, doing my conquest caps, crafted gear, etc. And then whenever I have spare time, I will level my alt, get my crafted gear so I can go directly into PvP without any hassle and go farm that honor gear again, which is not really big because the honor, like the base honor from items, is the same as Shadowlands, and you can basically do like a half day of grind and get that gear. And then whenever you get like a special good brawl to perform, you can do that brawl and get a lot of actual honor from that activity. But my plan is to have the crafted gear only for the alts. Bloody token, I will probably go for my mains because again, you will have a lot of time to spare between random BGs, arenas, and then you have your world PvP activities. I think you're not going to do that with your 6 characters because then it will take a lot of time. But I think if you have a main and you only focus on one main, outside of random BGs and arenas, you have nothing else to do. You will have to wait into queues or in LFG, or you're doing for solo shuffle. So basically you're queuing, it will take 4 minutes, 5 minutes to find a match. You are going to do something while you are at it, or you're working, or you're doing something else. But basically you're waiting. Instead of waiting, I would then just go for wall PvP, try to get as many tokens as I can to actually get that trophy of strife bit like set, which is looking very juicy, like a 10 extra eye level on honor, which is like, it's basically nothing, right? But every little thing helps to actually push rating. I don't think 13 eye levels will make you lose, but I think it will make you a bit easier to perform. It's not going to make you win either, but I mean, every little thing helps, especially if you are equally leveled. I am as strong as you, I have better eye level as you, our classes are better, and our comps are like the same. I think basically gearing will make you win those games. Of course, there is also randomness. You can have a crit and someone doesn't get a crit, and pretty much the game is probably over by then. But I think the gearing system is a much better gearing system than, let's say, Legion, BFA, or even now Shadowlands. I think now you can compare it with Walls of Draenor. I think it was one of the best expansions gearing wise for anyone because you could alt very easily. I think the problems from Walls of Draenor was everything but PvP. But PvP wise, it was already fun. I think even Retribution Paladins were not really as I would say wheelchairy. Like, I think in PvP itself, Worlds of Draenor was fun. I think it was very pruned, and the gearing system was very quick. So that was also very fun. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Did you help actually understand? Did I help you understand the gearing system? Did I help you to actually like have ideas on what you're going to do? Personally, I'm going to, like I said, with my warlock with my DK, the ones I'm going to level first. I'm going for sure going to level my professions because I think the profession system is very fun. I'm not really a crafter, like etc. But I think it gives you incentive to do that, and I think it would be fun to do that with 1 or 2 characters. I don't know if I'm going to do that with every character, depending on the prices of those crafted ability or of those crafted gear. I don't know if you will have to have the profession to be able to wear those items like the 424. But if it does, then I will level it, of course. But I think it's fun to have multiple sources of PvP being combined and being able to strive to go for a better gearing system. I would say the gearing for your character. Like, my plan is basically honor. I'm going to wait in random BGs in solo shuffle to get better gear. While I'm waiting, I'm going to do some world PvP quests, the PvP ones. I'm going to get my bloody tokens. I'm going to get my trophy of strife. I'm going to get the best gear possible. And then while I'm doing that, I will do my professions to get my 2 slots of 2424. And then I will wait for great fault and conquest caps to get the best gear possible, which is conquest. And you should realize, I know that PvP guys like me, like you, we don't really like to always have to grind for gear, but you should realize it is an MMORPG. We are not never going to play a game where gear doesn't matter. Now, this system, the gear will matter less and less because 13 eye level is quite basically nothing. You're losing, you're not going to actually complain about eye level. While in Shadowlands, a duelist versus a combatant gear, I think you could say, look, the eye level disparity is very big. We could lose because they have 20k HP more than you. In Shadowlands, of course, now I think it's nothing 20k. It's like one ability basically. I think now the system is very good. So now we need to work on and give more feedback to Blizzard. But I think they will never step down to a way where gearing doesn't matter because it's MMORPG. Without gearing, I think a lot of people will just go and leave and not play anymore. Tournament realms could be fun, but I don't know if there will be a lot of activities on them. I think it's a utopic idea that everyone wants, but I think Blizzard already knows what is going to happen if they eventually are doing that. I think a tournament realm could be fun to test classes, to test for tournaments and such, but I don't know if they are going to implement that in the near future. I don't think so. But anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you think about that gearing system. I'm going to put this link in the description so you can actually have that infograph. Again, thank you for the one that posted it on World PvP. It is the MCOM. It was a 2.8k XP multiglad. Thank you for your infograph, and I hope you guys learned something today with this video. Have a great day. We will catch each other very soon with a new video. Bye.